Hi there, I'm Dave Cousin of TrigPoint Marketing, and welcome to the first in my series of podcasts on pricing strategies, which will be available as YouTube videos as well, and as articles, some of which are already available on my website www.trig-point.co.uk. There are already two up there at the moment, and there should be another one coming out soon. They will tend to come out before the podcast, so do keep on checking on the site, and also contact me through there as well with any thoughts. Right, I've got a few pricing podcasts planned, all of which are going to take examples from multinational companies, big companies which you'll probably have heard of, and in some cases, as with today, it'll be an industry rather than a specific business. So today we'll be looking at price skimming used in conjunction with having a premium version of your product or service. A little about myself before I get on with that. I'm a marketing consultant. My focus is working on marketing strategy, which includes product, service and brand development. Pricing is one area of marketing. A lot of people obviously think marketing is just about advertising or just about promotion, and some people focus on these areas. I look at marketing strategy overall, so I look at the product or service itself, the pricing, the distribution, and the promotion as a full strategy to make sure an offering is made to meet the needs of a target market, so that I hope this will come across to some extent in the podcasts I do. For now, though, I will be focusing on price, but do bear in mind it can't be thought of on its own. Right, so price skimming. It's a strategy used by many producers and retailers, both business to business and business to consumer, but I'll be mainly talking about business to consumer today. Really, it's more useful with business to consumer, as consumers tend to be less price sensitive, and it does depend on having both price sensitive and non-price sensitive customers for this to be useful. Businesses obviously tend to be more price sensitive. Price skimming and premium versions of a product are often used together. A premium version of a product, where you also have a normal version, will command a higher price, and the less price sensitive people may pay that price. However, this works best where you have a staggered release of products, so you have the premium product come out first and the normal product out later on. Of course, you can have more than two layers of products. This is a strategy used very well in the book publishing industry, which is where I'm going to draw the main article from today. Right, so price skimming then is all about drawing the most money you can out of consumers. In an ideal world, you would know exactly how much a consumer is willing to pay and charge them that much. Generally you can't, but you may be aware with the products or service you're offering that there are people who are not price sensitive and are willing to pay a lot, and some who are more price sensitive and will only buy if it is below a certain price. This is partly to do with the value different people place on a product, of course. Now, in the consumer electronics industry, these people are known as early adopters. So they're the people who got DVD players when they first came out, and the first people to have HD TVs. And they do exist in other industries as well. In publishing, they are the people who want a book as soon as it comes out. So it might be someone's autobiography which their fans are desperate to buy. And the obvious example is the Harry Potter books, where you have people queuing around the block at midnight wanting to be among the first to get the book when it comes out. Now, most of those people are not going to be very price sensitive. They want to be the first to have the book and have the prestige attached to that. Then lower down there are people who are on the margin, and this strategy using premium products is particularly good for getting these people who might wait to pay less to actually pay more when a product first comes out. A lot of products and services will have a very high price when they first come out and will then go down in price. This is very much the case with consumer electronics. In fact, what you have with those is that the technology will improve and the prices will come down at the same time. So you'll have a lot of people who will wait and get a flat screen TV, for example, later on, and not when they first come out, and they have to pay a premium. There are people who, when a book comes out, will think, right, I really want to buy this book, but I know that it will possibly be half price in 6 months' time. So what the book publishers will often do is have a normal version and a premium version of that product, and the premium version is the hardback version of the book. terms of the price to the manufacturer, it's a matter of pence. But it's the premium version. It's got prestige attached to it. It looks nicer on someone's bookshelf, and so they bring that one out before they bring out the paperback version, knowing they can then offer that to the more price sensitive people later on. So what you then have is that people who would, if it was just a paperback version to begin with, then it was the same product later on at a lower price, they can't justify the extra cost. So where they've got the hardback version, you get the waverers who can justify that because they're getting something better, and a big part of offering a premium version of the product is to do with the justification, in this case with price skimming. The other main advantage of this for publishers or any manufacturer is that if you release a product and then 6 months later the consumer sees it half price, they may feel ripped off. This doesn't matter for some products so much, but with some, the manufacturer or the brand will end up being damaged, where people will have negative connotations towards them.